Thanks very much. As we lead up to the midterm budget statement later this afternoon at around 2 o'clock, I'm joined by Patience Nombeko. She's Dr. Patience Nombeko Mbava, pardon me. She's from the Financial and Fiscal Commission. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. So earlier when I was crossing, you did overhear me talking about the area of infrastructure. No doubt that's going to be a major emphasis coming from Enoch Godongwana, given the fact that we need to spur economic growth.
Absolutely. We do believe that infrastructure challenges continue to hamper the economy, especially the role of Transnet. Transnet is the economic gateway to the economy, in the sense that infrastructure relies on Transnet's efficiencies. So we're quite pleased as well to note that Transnet recently has received a loan from the African Development Bank as well as from the BRICS Bank, totaling about 23 billion rands. The issue there for us is that those funds needs to be monitored properly. In the event that Transnet is unable to pay back that loan, it is incumbent upon government then to bail out Transnet. So we cannot afford any more bailouts, given that there are inefficiencies and there are budget constraints. Currently, our debt to GDP ratio is about 75% of GDP, and it's unsustainable. So fiscal consolidation is quite critical. And we also want to highlight that the issue of unemployment is also a big problem. We see that young people now, they are gravitating towards the SRD grant as a way to garner income. We believe that is unsustainable, and we feel that we need to get to a permanent solution, as in a basic income grant. But what needs to happen there is that there needs to be a proper implementation plan and also a proper analysis of what is the fiscal implications of the basic income grant.
So what happens in the interim? Because we do have the situation of people who don't have an income but are looking for jobs and so on. What do they do in the interim? Because of course, if they don't have an income, they can't get up and go and look for work.
So what we are advocating is that there should be conditionalities to the SRD grant. What do we mean by that? There should be a public-private partnership. We want to get people into jobs. So we work with the private sector. While still receiving the SRD grant, they can still get into job training programs, and when they graduate from those programs, then they can graduate as well from the SRD grant. So that can work in a more sustainable manner.
Services really hit at the local level. That's where services hit the most and they're most important. And we know that municipalities are struggling to raise electricity funds and so on. And some of them have not paid Eskom because they don't get money from their citizens. So what do you think the government should do? Do you think that they perhaps need to boost the transfers that they send, particularly to municipalities as opposed to the provinces?
We do believe that municipalities themselves need to do better debt collection from their customers. So they do not have capacity, or they do not have enough resources to collect the revenue. Also, it's a concern for us as well, the fact that about 77 municipalities have only signed up for that Eskom debt relief program. You'll recall that many municipalities, they owe Eskom a lot of money, and only a few municipalities have actually signed up for that. And it's a concern for us as well, because we buy electricity, but where is that money going into if they're not actually paying it back to Eskom?
Doctor, thank you so much for your time there. That was Dr. Patience Nombeko Mbava. She's from the Financial and Fiscal Commission.